KCR for skipping the ongoing NITI Ayog meet, the CM's son and State Minister has taken a dig at the Saffron Party. KTR has tweeted, and let me quote here, he said, Sunday pop quiz, an advisory body formed with a lot of pomp a few years ago, but neither PM nor his cabinet care or heed to their advice and show utter contempt and disregard. Can you name that entity? So we know that KCR has skipped that meet because he said the PM doesn't care for the actual needs of the states. And now KTR has tweeted this, but also he had sent a letter to the Union Minister of Textiles, Piyush Goyal, yesterday. I'm joined by my colleague Swastika with more on this. Very good afternoon to you, Swastika. So his tweet making it clear that despite the BJP slamming them, both KCR and KTR will continue to not just boycott NITI Ayog, but KTR on his Twitter has also questioned the PM and Piyush Goyal for skipping various other meetings in the past and saying counter questioning them. Does that mean that they didn't care about those meetings?
Could you repeat your question, please? There was a break in the audio.
All right, Swastika. I hope the audio is better now. I was saying KTR there continuing to take pot shots at the PM and the party. He has highlighted some meetings that the PM and Piyush Goyal have missed, such as the all-party meeting that was once skipped by the PM, and also a meeting that was skipped by Piyush Goyal in the past because BJP has asked KCR, is he too great to attend the NITI Ayog meet? So KTR, they're counter-questioning the party.
That's right. And in fact, Mr. KTR, who is the Telangana Minister for IT as well as Municipal Affairs Minister, has been retweeting a lot of TRS workers' tweet on the same issue. And it has become a tit-for-tat war of sorts, really, between the centre and the Telangana government. Right now, the KTR on his Twitter handle has tweeted questioning, was it okay for the Prime Minister to skip an all-party meeting in Pulwama? Then there was National Integration Council meeting, and he skipped from all-party meeting ahead of the Parliament session. So, as I was mentioning, the TRS has really escalated its attack on the central government, which of course a big political movement on that front was when KCR yesterday held a press conference announcing that he would boycott all NITI Ayog meetings because he thinks that it is a useless body. I quote him saying that it is being led by a dictatorialship mode of mechanism, hitting out at Prime Minister Modi. Now, the reason why the TRS has gone all out is two counts. One, back home, remember, with elections around the corner next year, it has become an all-out war between the TRS and the BJP, which is constantly trying to expand itself here in the state. Now, on account why KCR...
Swastika, I request you to stay on with us because we're also joined now by krishanKTRS, a TRS member. Very good afternoon to you, sir. I understand KCR wants to make his stand clear and by all means of protest available to him. But perhaps attending the meeting would be more beneficial to the state. Would you agree?
Not at all. Has it benefited us, the Telangana state, in over the period during the previous meetings which we have participated? No, it hasn't. NITI Ayog has given several recommendations to Government of India, but Government of India doesn't care about those recommendations. So when it hasn't benefited, our Chief Minister feels that yes, the Government of India itself is not serious about NITI Ayog. When they do not care about the recommendations of NITI Ayog, why should the state governments believe in it? There is no Team India, there is no cooperative federalism. Hame chhodiye. This own double engine ki Bihar Sarkar, where Bharatiya Janata Party is an alliance, Nitish Kumar ji also is not attending. So probably first the Bharatiya Janata Party or the Government of India should first please their own alliance partners that NITI Ayog is really serious about something. So today we do not believe in this NITI Ayog or in that fake Team India's campaign which Narendra Modi ji is doing. There is no Team India. We are many finance ministers across India, be it Telangana or Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, they have put their opinions that the GST hike should not be raised, and particularly like products on milk. But what did Nirmala Sitharaman ji do? She said there was consensus. From unanimous, they have come to consensus today. So one thing is very clear. We in fact even condemn the statements of Piyush Goyal ji against our Chief Minister KCR, because there were numerous meetings which PM Modi also has not participated. The recent all-party meet of the Parliament, of leaders of the Parliament, Modi ji did not participate. Does that mean that Modi ji thinks that he is beyond the Parliament, he is beyond all parties? Is he so great? So there are many instances where Modi ji
Mr. Krishank Mane, also the NITI Ayog has responded to you. They've said with reference to water sector, over the last 4 years, Government of India has allotted almost 4,000 crores under the Jal Jeevan mission for the state of Telangana. So, do you agree with this statement that's come in? Is that a number that's and they've also given more numbers. They've put in their overall allocation under centrally sponsored schemes, how they've gone up to 4,42,000 crores over the last few years. So they've put out some tangible numbers. Sir, are you disputing these numbers? Are you saying Telangana has not received the kind of support that they're claiming that they've given?
Yes, we did not, because when Har Ghar Nal Ka Jal was started by Government of India in 2019, by then 90% of our Mission Bhagiratha, the pipe water supply, was over. That was what even Government of India appreciated in the Parliament. The Mission Bhagiratha was a model to Har Ghar Nal Ka Jal, and that is why we've asked their support for the maintenance of it, because by then the whole project was over. And their numbers are totally distorted. They haven't given us, and they say that we haven't received the amount. The allocations are big, the releases are small. But one thing we understand.
Okay, so I take your point. And we're also joined by Rama Rao of the BJP. Let me take your point across to him, sir. I request you to stay on with us. Let me take your point across to him. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Krishnasagar. You heard what Krishank Mane is saying. He's saying the numbers that are put out are not true, that perhaps greatly exaggerated is what he says. And he says attending these meetings have not been beneficial to them, which is why they've not attended this one.
See, whether it is my friend Krishank, who is trying to represent TRS, or KCR himself, they have this habit of mixing up governance with politics. They cannot draw a line. That's what happens with family enterprises, which are running political organizations and also governing. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is not the president of my party to attend an all-party meet. If at all he wishes to, then that's his discretion. It is not about government, it is about the party. Krishank has to understand all-party meeting is not equal to NITI Ayog meeting, which is purely a governance agenda. And then if CM-KCR wants to disapprove it and wants to showcase symbolically or optics-wise that he wants to, question the government, he can very well do so. But the similarity between a governance meet and that to a planning commission kind of a governance meet, which is chaired by Prime Minister and also participated by the CMs of all the governments, is a governance decision. It's a government body. So it has nothing to do with all-party meeting of the Parliament. That's number one. Number two, KCR is making political statements that has nothing to do with his governance capability. He has failed in governing the state for the last 2 terms. Now he wants to go ahead of the election schedule, and I foresee that he will go before the December of this year. He will probably dissolve the state government in about a few weeks' time, and I'm very sure about that. And that is what he's looking for, is an excuse to dissolve the state government and dissolve the assembly. So he's looking for opportunity. He's trying to flare up the tensions between BJP and TRS. He's looking for an escape route to go for a full-blown election.